Everyone, Lauren here from Colored Kitty, Stampin' Up! And the whole bit. I appear to have a lot of yellow happening on my view tonight. Hi everyone. So let me kind of sort of position some lamps and get going. Hey. Alright, so tonight's session is, I made this a while back, but I'm so in the mood for another round of Pampered Pets. And I love this stamp set in the dies and everything. So I'm more or less doing another Pampered Pets session because I'm in the mood for Pampered Pets. And there's a reason. And feel free to check back later on the weekend because then I'll have an official announcement. And we'll go from there. So yeah, I'm just going to pull up a card sketch challenge and do some fun stuffs. Come on. So I'll show you the sketch challenge is this here. I'm going to more or less kind of sort of make, and I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuffs and hopefully not take way too long tonight. But I do need to put a panel on the inside of this card because I'm setting up this card. Look at the cute Pampered Pet. I might need to stamp artist too. But anyway, so I got a lot going on here. So, and as life is life, my to-do list for today is like humongous. So I got a lot of stuff to accomplish. So let's just get roaring here. Alright, so I want 4 inches. In case you're new to me. 4" by 5¼ and this will serve as my inside panel for the previous card. Because I will be sending it out to a lovely person. I'm not telling you who. And I'm pretty sure I know who it's going to, but then again, I might totally change my mind tonight, but we'll see. So essentially, I got my piece, white on white, which is cool. And then I'm just trying to prime my stamp and seal. And then lay it in. There's my panel. So this card is officially good to go. And it's really, really cute. Alright, now let's make a real card here. Let's make another one. Alright, first things first, as I adjust myself here, let's get a bit of stamping out of the way. Because I need some Pampered Pets going here. And I'm just going to use black ink because I seem to have a thing for black ink lately. Here's black ink. And I'm using, other no-name black ink. And then I was debating, do I use stamp brush or not? No, I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm pretty decent with knowing what I'm doing. If not, I'll just make more puppies. Puppies. Puppies, puppies. I gotta get the smiley puppy because he's so cute. It's like my favorite dog from this whole thing. Like, I swear, I love Pampered Pets. It is like my all-time favorite stamp set. And eventually, I gotta get some decent black ink. And I will eventually get black ink. So, I want, kind of like my original that I have here, which has a lot of puppiness happening. I want a whole bunch of puppies, so at least 4 I want. And that way, just get the step out of the I don't have words. Yeah, let's do 4 for now. I can always do more if I really, really need it. I'm just gonna take my sponge, clean my stamp pretty good. Alright, so we got that, at least. My orientation will be intentionally landscape. I'm just going to put the stamp away. And then I'll start kind of sort of designing something here. I decided, so I'm going to let those 4 puppies dry. So we'll come back to them in a little while. I'm also going to get a card base going here. And I think I need more painter's tape on my table because I'm having a bit of a issue. So here's the cutter trimmer thing. Since I'm at a loss of words, more or less in half is where I'm going. Just to get things moving along. I'm going to already fold it in half so I can start planning. And I had a request come through that someone wants me to do a masculine birthday card, but they're like, they want it bigger. So that will be for another day, maybe next week, we'll see. Okay, so then I'm gonna go with this throwback paper pack here, because I'm in the mood to do so. And then while I'm thinking about it now, I'm gonna grab something, because I'm gonna retire that packaging into something else. And I cheat by using these things, because it works really well. Alright, so according to my card sketch, there is 1, 2, 3, there's like 4 layers here. So I'm going to try to use that for the colors into like a collage of sorts. And then I'm also, Skizzers, where are you? I want to keep this tag so I know what kind of paper this is. The beauty about Stampin' Up! Is so much is color coordinated. This tells me what colors are represented in this package. So this is what I do. So I know, what did this used to be? Okay, cool. Now my green, my light green is a little limiting, but that's okay. But I'm just gonna more or less start building this package. It doesn't fully fit in here, but it fits in there enough that I can use it for stuff. So it's not perfect, but it will do. Alright. I got some strips that I don't need right now. And I gotta check my sizing in a moment. Okay, 2x4. So this is a 1 3/4. Because my smallest is 2-inch. And these are all probably, oh, that's a 2-inch. There we go. Let me just, okay, so some of these are 2-inch. Okay, so we got 2x4 at least. So we got 2 colors represented. I may only pick one, but we'll see. But what I'll do is I'm going to keep one of these kicking around, because I got this side in a bit, because the green, I'm super limited. Although I have lots of green though, apparently. So actually, I'll probably do the green as the top bit. As I fight to put this in the package, which fighting with it is not going very well. Welcome to live video where everything goes wrong. Oh my goodness. Alright, so in this case then, I'm going to take these other strips and put them away. So I'm going to keep that green, because I'm liking that green. So I need a total of 4 colors. So I got a choice. I got dark green, I got that color, and I got that color. So I think with the color family, I need 4 colors. I think I'll go with this combo. Just that way I got a nice color and then just kind of swap it up. And I know I could have selected different patterns, But I'm just rolling with the theme of inspiration, of just go with it. I got that back in the package. But there, that way I can keep my paper kind of sort of together. I'm going to put my tag on the front. And away we go. So I've got 4 colors. But I got to decide sequence. We know what one of these is. And then for layering, try and decide my layers. I could always do more, which is still a possibility. My shirt's bugging me. Just this color, I'm not a fan of. Okay, we'll do it in that sequence then. Why not? Alright, paper cutter. So let's get some cuts going. So 5.5 by 4.25. And I got the hiccup suddenly. Second piece is 3 by 4.5. Third piece is 2.25 by 3. Okay, and the last piece is 2 by 4. Alright, so we got all our pieces, kinda sorta. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we'll roll with it. Put the paper trimmer aside for a short. I'm gonna put the excess pieces away. That way we can keep motioning on here. Just wherever. Alright, so then I'm gonna start assembling, and I'm gonna come back and figure out my plan. Alright. I'm also going to get a general visual for how I like the layout. So more or less like that, which I'm not big on the colors, but I'm still going to roll with it. Actually, I got the sequence wrong. Oh, there we go. That's an interesting pop. I'm still not big about the background, I'll admit that. But I'm going to change it up. So let's distress it with a color. Because one of the colors featured is soft succulent. So I'm going to distress the pale papaya and the fresh freesia, which is going to be interesting for a card. So I'm going to keep these. Now I know which side I want. I'm going to grab a paper towel, which I actually had a couple napkins left over from my adventures of yesterday's. Fold her up. Get my soft succulent out. I eventually gotta get myself some blending brushes because that makes this a lot easier to work with. Of course, the color I picked, I think this is pretty dry too. Yeah, I'm not getting, you can see a little bit of it, but I need a bit of water. I don't have any water over here. Of course, I started a video and for once I don't have any water over here. Okay, BRB, I'm gonna get some water because this will make it a little more inky. I got pop, but not water. Let's get some water. BRB. Alright, so a cool trick is, let me start again in a moment. I realized I started talking, my mic wasn't on. Okay, so, ow, my paws. Whew. A cool trick to use when you need some water, when you're doing a thing, and I don't have the right tools with me, bear with me. Is put a drip of water right there into the thing, and it should do what we're trying to do. If your ink pad is a little lacking, and all you need is a drip of water, and suddenly we have something. So that is my little secret to these ink pads, which are tiny. And yes, Stampin' Up! Does sell the refills, which I really should get one actually. I was talking with my upline recently about the ink pads. And she reminded me, like, I don't have to buy all the inks. I could just have the small ones and then purchase the refills for them. I'm like, that's actually smart. I might very well consider that. And yes, the paper towel does kind of shred here. But, yeah, there's my distressed look, which I'm not fully impressed with it. But it will do. Alright, so that's one of two. That way we got the green coming through pretty darn good. Of course, I must got something on the table here because it's coming through underneath. Oh my goodness. More of a circular motion would be more ideal instead of lines. And if I need more water, I can add more water to my ink pad. which I think I am actually. Oh, where's my straw? Essentially, just get some into a straw and roll with it. You only need like a drop. That just took 2 drops. There we go. Just to get really, really kind of messy here. Yes, I need blending brushes. And what's neat is some of the white of the paper is coming through quite nicely. Oh, wow. But yeah, just keep working at it until I get my desired look. And it helps to have scrap paper on underneath. Kind of makes it feel more like, I mean, if the craft space is perfect and clean, like super clean, like, you know, no messes ever, it just kind of loses the whole view of it's a craft space. Let me get some edges. And yeah, we're more or less there. So let's look at the layers. Yes, I like that distressed look happening. It just gives it something different, you know? Alright, so then I'm gonna stamp a sentiment on the color changed fresh freesia here. I hope your day is a real treat. And I'm gonna do it in the black, that way hopefully it'll come through really well. There we go. Clean that stamp. And then I'm thinking of adding some stuff to this as we go. Let's add the food bowl. Once I get out of the package, that's a challenge. Alright, let's add the food bowl. And then we'll just go from there. Alrighty. So then, that's good enough for the moment. Now we already know now that this card is landscape orientation. So let's do the back of the card now. Where did I put it? Of course, I don't mind if a little bit of green gets on it, but I'm just gonna try to move some of it around. I had once upon a time, which I have now, my Color to Kitty stamp. Just gonna do it in the black ink, because I got a thing for black lately. And I clipped the ear, but that's okay. If I'm worried, I can cover that up And I can flip it over and pick the best of both. Give it some firm pressure, and that's a lot better. There we go. I just gotta remember which side I'm using once I get going here. And then just try to give my stamp a really good cleanse. And then the angel policy I should get to. So first is the created by. Of course, I'm slightly off camera. And then the Stampin' Up name. Which actually, I'm going to bring back the other card, because I don't think I had these originally. Because sometimes I slip out of habit, which I know I certainly did on this one. Let's put it back in. Let's have consistency, friends. I get back in a habit. And I gotta get my kitty stamp. Back to the kitty, but this time I gotta try to get it good the first time. Take a good look at it. Check it's got ink all over, which it should. And just go for it. Try to get really good pressure. Oh, not bad. A little weak in some areas, but decent. Alright, so we got that, we got that, we got that. We're more or less done with the ink. We can start assembly. Now we gotta do some die cuts in the short. So this guy can go off to the side. Alright, so we're gonna cover that side. So let's get the stamp and seal going. And this is going to cover the entire front with that distressed look happening. And then more stamp and seal for the next piece. And this is going to go more or less centered. And then next, stamp and seal for this piece. And then that's gonna go, I'm gonna put that there. And then this piece goes on next. And somebody's chirping me. And she'll have to wait a bit. So I'm going to put that more there, but offset from the center, because we're not done. We got to add some puppies. So let's die cut some puppies, and then we are nearly done. Alright, so I'm going to put this off to the side, but I actually like that distressed look to it. I really do. It's not always a good look sometimes, but it looks pretty decent. Alrighty, so let's get the die cut. Let's grab the mini. The mini's the bestie. Alright, and then we're going to grab this. We're going to cut these up. Once I find my scissors again, which I keep hiding them. That way you can kind of see what the heck I'm doing here. That way there's some pups. So I can run it through the machine. So let me grab my plates. I gotta set my die table. Alright, so then I'm gonna do like one at a time, but at least I can get started here. And then I'm gonna grab the die from this envelope. And let's grab the puppy. So already get them laid on there. And then because I'm hoping for a really, really perfect cut, I'm gonna grab some painter's tape. Because by having the painter's tape, hopefully it'll stay on pretty decent. Just kind of that, it just helps stabilize a little bit better. And then load it up, and away we go. Alright. And we're going to do it again. Pull the tape back. Try not to rip a puppy. Pull up my die cut. So there's one. And do it again. I'm going to try to reuse that piece of tape that I just had. Just helps a little. Okay, we got 2 of the 4. Just gonna pop out what I can. Okay, that is garbage. Yeah, I tend to throw things on the floor, which I need to get out of the habit soon. Because I got big things happening soon here at the house. So then next, repeat. So I got 3 of the 4. I'm not going to use that piece of tape because that's just going to be a nightmare to pull it off. So then I'm just going to line up the last, cut a new piece, and away we go. There we go. Then run it through. There we go. So we should be done die cutting, assuming that turned out. I hope so, because I think it shifted a little, but that's okay. But yeah, they look pretty darn good. Pull off my die for the tape, and we're good. I'm gonna pull this out, put the dies away, put the machine away, put the tape away. I'm getting there. Okay, this is the mini. The mini is awesome, seriously. It's great for a lot of small stuffs because I do a whole bunch of smalls quite frequently. And then for the die itself, I'm just going to stick it back in its thing. Good enough. Fix the other one. Good enough. I got puppies everywhere. Puppies! Who loves puppies? I do. Alright, so we're gonna assemble, and I'm gonna need some, I'm gonna use mini dimensionals for today. So first, lay in the first pup. Oh, isn't that cute? And I'm just going to put, I think, 4 on here, once it allows me. So I got dimensionals on there. And then I'm going to do my usual multi-layer of die cuts because I'm really getting into that technique. When I was at Scrap Fest in April, that trick just, I don't know, it tickles me in a really good way. Sorry, I'm off camera for my face. Hey, I just get crafting. More or less, there's one. Grab a second. But I kind of like the colors now of those other pieces, the pink and the yellow. It just kind of works a little nicer when I do it this way. And then I'm gonna essentially lay this cutie right on top. That way it just creates a really neat 3D effect. And then I might just leave it at 2 actually. Just, it already has a nice spring to it. And then for the inside, we're going to put one of the guys on the inside. With some stamp and seal. And away we go. And there is our really neat little project, start to finish. And I got an extra die cut for future play. But yeah, I just love that 3D kind of effect with the pup. I'm just getting really obsessed with that lately. And there's our project. So, I have a question for all of you. Which one do you like better? I mean, this is nice too. This is really nice. Which one do you like better? The left or the right? Let me know. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for the weekend. I got some really big news to talk about. Alright, everyone. As I drop everything, bye for now.